If it's trending, it's here now. This is Now Trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
Well, obviously the Oscars are the top trending topic, but good morning. If you missed daylight savings time, that really threw my whole day into wackiness yesterday. I wake up at 6:30 on Sundays. I looked at the clock. It was 7:18. I went, oh God, what have I done?
What a loser!
I felt terrible. Now I'm just like behind all day, and so today is National Napping Day. Yeah, designed to give you a little bit of nice shut eye if you're struggling this morning.
But why would it be today and not yesterday?
Because you lost an hour yesterday, so it's like you just had to grind through it.
Okay.
And,
so you need the nap today.
I think so.
I needed it yesterday.
Yesterday you could have slept in a little,
Yeah.
I don't know.
People who don't go to church, you mean?
Yeah, like me.
We had I don't know. I just think I know people say it doesn't make any difference. The baby doesn't know, but every time the clock has changed, the two times that the clock has changed while the baby was alive, it's wreaked havoc on his sleeping.
I'm sure.
He had a horrible night last night. So I was up with him at 10:30. I was back up with him until a little after midnight, trying to get him back to sleep. It's a disaster.
Yeah.
It's a disaster. You know what else is a disaster? My wife's mood. Because when she doesn't get sleep, she is not a happy person.
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm a little bit like that too.
I was awake when the time changed, and it really confused me.
At 2 a.m.?
Yeah, at 2 a.m. it said 3. I was like, how long have I been awake?
I'm losing track of time. What were you doing at 2 a.m.?
I was playing a game on my iPad.
Really?
While you were in bed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Burning the midnight oil. Love that.
At the internet cafe.
Yeah. The Oscars are the top trending topic. Oppenheimer won Best Picture. Cillian Murphy won Best Actor for Oppenheimer, and Emma Stone won Best Actress for that movie Poor Things, which is like a female version of Frankenstein. Never saw it, but I heard it was very good.
Robert Downey Jr. got an Academy Award.
Yeah, good for him out of Oppenheimer.
I'm Not Ken. Honestly, I didn't see the Barbie movie. I don't care. But I'm Not Ken. The performance last night by Ryan Gosling, it was pretty fun. It was cool.
It's I'm Just Ken.
I'm Just Ken. Sorry.
So you don't get hate.
My bad. But I thought the performance was really cool. He did a really good job with that. It was fun. Yeah. It was campy. It was everything it seems to be about, as far as I know. It's just weird. I know it had Wolfgang Van Halen, Eddie Van Halen's son in it, who wrote part of that song, who's a songwriter. And Slash was in it. I don't know if he played on it or not. That just seemed kind of odd to me, but whatever. It was cool. Yeah. They had fun with it.
Yeah, all I saw on the news sites that I look at in the mornings is how many pro-terrorist, anti-Jewish people there were speaking out last night and wearing buttons on their shirts.
With the pins.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people were wearing pins supporting a ceasefire.
Yeah.
I saw that in John.
Maybe that's just maybe kind of see what the other side is saying every now and then, but then no. Like I could have gone to these same sites where Ace saw these clips where they were all positive about it.
Yeah.
But I ain't about that.
I was looking for the entertainment aspects. Yeah. And then I saw John Cena trending again because he was apparently naked last night with the placard over him. People were like, kids watch this show. No kids are watching the Academy Awards.
No.
And by the way, he was probably more covered than he is when he's wrestling.
Yeah, very possible.
It's a joke. I mean, come on.
So those are just a few things that are now trending.
All right. It's a very big week this week on the Ace and TJ Show because somebody will win $10,000 from our charity, Peyton's Promise. It's the culmination of our contest, the first quarter of the rest of your life. You will meet the very first person who has a chance at $10,000 next.
Missed part of the show? Just download it. Get the Ace and TJ podcast on any platform. More of the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show is coming up.
Well, here we are, another new year, and you're, again, going to try to lose that weight you've been needing to lose for a long time. Well, here's what you need. You need Calitrin to help, because Calitrin is not a drug. No, not at all. It is natural and effective. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. When you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you will get 3 months free right now, and consistency is the key with Calitrin. So order it today at acetj.com/weight loss. It's Calitrin.
All guests of the Ace and TJ Show stay at the Hyatt-centric Charlotte South Park. Beautiful rooms, incredible dining options. Book your room by calling 980-299-7123. It's the Hyatt-centric Charlotte South Park.
The Johnson Group has been cleaning some of Charlotte's most prestigious businesses since 1985. Family owned and operated. Learn more at acetj.com/clean. It's first class cleaning with the Johnson Group.
Don't just listen to the Ace and TJ Show. Watch it. Now available 24 hours a day on YouTube. Just search for Ace TJ TV. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
So a little over a month ago, we launched the first quarter of The Rest of Your Life. It's a contest through our charity, Peyton's Promise. And we are going to award someone $10,000. Now, we had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. Almost 1,000 people applied to win the $10,000. Theory being, we want to help someone who needs the assistance, $10,000 to change your life and the lives of others forever. Today, you're going to meet our first participant, our first finalist, shall we say, Casey Mantooth and her family. Give you a quick overview of their story before you hear part of what's happening with Casey. Casey says, I'm a fourth grade teacher and am married to a former policeman. We have a 7-year-old daughter. While on the job about 15 years ago, he was directing traffic and was hit by a car going 50 miles an hour. Finally, after many, many, many years, he's getting the help he needs for PTSD, as well as an emotional support animal. Now, Casey tells a pretty incredible story of the moment that her husband realized he needed help, because what he didn't realize was that through the years, the PTSD was getting worse and worse and worse, that he was just a man. I can handle it. Everything will be fine. I'm a police officer. But it just continued to get so bad until one Father's Day a few years ago, it was their daughter that helped him see what had been happening to him.
On a Father's Day card, my daughter, she was probably about 3 or 4 at the time. I said, what do you want to write on Daddy's Father's Day card? She said, I love it when you're nice. And that was the motivating factor, that he was like, oh my gosh.
So had he changed as a person through the years?
Oh, yes. When I first met him, he was okay with going out in public. He was fun-loving. He was okay with meeting people, going into new situations. He, for the most part, I mean, everybody has their up and down days, but for the most part, he was consistent. His moods were consistent. And since, especially over the last 5 years, it's like his moods will go from happy to livid. He can't, it's hard for him to deal with people. So he pretty much has to find something, which, you know, good luck with that, where you don't have to deal with people.
So what he's done, he had to leave the police force eventually, and he is now a cross-country truck driver. So what would they do with the money? What would $10,000? How would it change their lives? Well, he needs EMDR treatment for his PTSD. That would be a huge help to them. How would it change other people's lives? Well, Casey explains they've got a pretty ambitious plan to do more for others with the money.
We would basically get 2 dogs with the money, and one of the dogs, we would do exactly what was done to us. We would train a service dog for absolutely free, and then give it to somebody who is in a similar boat that we were in, where they can't afford it. Hopefully, I mean, of course, we're not going to be picky with this because everybody's situation is so hard, but we would like to do a first responder if we could, but no, we're not going to be picky on that one. And then the other dog, we would like to train to be a service dog, but then donate it to either a fire department or a police department or EMS so that they can use it for community outreach. His
goal is to no longer be a trucker, to get this help that he needs, and then essentially use this money to help start a business to get donations to give dogs to first responders who are in need, and to police forces and to fire departments, because the service dog has changed his life. It is now his constant companion, and it has made his life much, much better. She says he's much closer to being the old him when he has the service dog than ever before, which is pretty wonderful. That's their story. First finalist for $10,000 through Peyton's Promise. Our Peyton Promise sponsors who made this all possible: the Temple Team, Johnson Group, Bradham Brothers, CompuCom, Table and Twine. You'll meet another great person with a chance at $10,000 at this time tomorrow morning in the first quarter of The Rest of Your Life.
It's a radio show, it's a podcast, and it's a TV show. Watch the Ace and TJ Show anytime. Just search for Ace TJ TV on YouTube. More of the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show is coming up.
Winter is here, which means you're just going to stay inside and not do anything fun and exciting, right? No, that is wrong, because this year you're going to go to acetj.com/Gaston and see all of the incredible things that you can do right now in Gaston County. Everything is laid out for you, from things to do, to restaurants, to bars, to shopping, to unique weekend activities. And we'll get you ready for the spring and the summer with a list of all their great festivals. Find all of this and much more at acetj.com/Gaston.
Attention Charlotte, treat yourself to a delicious meal that's made with fresh, seasonal ingredients and ready in just 20 minutes. Enjoy a fine dining experience without ever leaving your home. Head over to tableandtwine.com.
Currents is Lake Norman's #1 lifestyle magazine. Every month, Currents brings you the latest news on what's happening in the Lake Norman area. They've been serving the Lake Norman community for over 13 years. See the latest issue of Currents now at lncurrents.com.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
So, has anybody heard the Al Pacino clip from last night?
From the Oscars?
Yes.
I haven't. No, I haven't heard anything.
So
on the Oscars.
Al Pacino comes out to award the Best Picture Oscar. So this is the big moment. And he's awkward when he comes out there. It's just kind of weird the way he approaches the situation. It's kind of like, hey, you know, like, is he making a joke, or is he just really confused as to what he's doing out there? But I saw this morning and had to laugh because the crowd isn't even aware necessarily. He's so awkward that he's even announcing the biggest award of the night. It's the biggest award of the night.
Honor to present it. 10 wonderful films were nominated, but only one will take the award for Best Picture. And I have to go to the envelope for that. And I will. Here it comes.
Get on with it.
And my eyes see Oppenheimer. Yes. Yes.
That's how he announced the big one. And AIC Oppenheimer.
Yes. You just won the Oscar for Best Picture. And you see, I love the people in the orchestra was like, oh, I guess that was it. Start playing the song.
He's 83. Come on, give him.
Yeah. Yeah, well, then why put him out there?
I know. I agree.
You know?
Why put him out there?
My eyes see Oppenheimer. What do you? Yeah.
And I didn't see this until after the show was over on Friday. And I don't know if I missed it, but it was everywhere over the weekend. So I felt like it kind of didn't come out until Friday afternoon. But Madonna had a show Thursday night in Inglewood, California. And I think this mistake could happen, but maybe you shouldn't be hassling people at your shows like this. Check out what happens in Madonna.
What are you doing sitting down over there? What are you doing sitting down? Oh, okay. Politically incorrect. Sorry about that. I'm glad you're here.
So she's hassling a particular fan. Why are you sitting down? What are you doing sitting down? And then they put the spotlight on the guy, and it turns out he's in a wheelchair.
Oh, my gosh.
Oops.
Yeah. The only other time I've seen that is when Biden did it.
Yes,
Back when he was at a campaign rally years ago. Chuck is here. Chuck, stand up. Let them see you.
Yeah.
Oh, God love you. Well, they're standing for you, pal. Everybody's standing for you. Chuck was in a wheelchair.
Oops. Oops.
Sitcom stuff right there.
Stand up for Chuck.
Why you've got to be extra careful today. Because today is the day you're more likely to die than any other day of the year. Next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Back again with our friend Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies. Now, Richard, tell us about this cash out equity thing, instant cash, add water, and there it is.
It is. That's how it is. Instant equity. I mean, you do the application today, you could close today and get your money in 5 days. There's no underwriting. There's no appraisal. You know, I think didn't you do something like that?
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly what I did. Instant equity. It's very easy, and Richard walks you through the process. Find out more at homewithrichard.com.
As winter packs its bags and spring settles in, the flowers, they are blooming. And at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress, the deals are booming.
You write poetry?
Does one ask a fish if it swims, or a bird if it flies? It was a long winter.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, with up to $1,500 in free furniture with the purchase of a mattress sleep system. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Available when you want it, how you want it. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
If you're feeling a little groggy from the time change, here's a fun reminder. You're most likely to die today. According to the American Heart Association, there's always an increase in the number of heart attacks in the first week after we spring forward each year. A study in Michigan found a 24% increase on the first Monday after clocks shift. And the study in Finland found something similar. They're not sure why it happens. They think it has something to do with disrupting our body's internal clock. Springing forward can also be deadly in other ways. For example, sleep-deprived drivers have been linked to a 6% increase in fatal car crashes this time of year. So slow down to be a little more careful this week.
Ace, which one are they trying to get it to remain in and not change? Are they trying to get us not to ever spring forward again? You know, the political people and all, don't ever spring forward again or don't ever fall back again?
I thought it's staying where it is right now.
So
whatever this is, I get confused.
So what we just sprang into is where it should be forever.
Yeah, that's my understanding.
More daylight hours.
Is that we would have this year round.
But there really aren't more daylight hours, are there?
I don't know.
It just doesn't get daylight.
When they are.
Yeah, it's less daylight in the morning, more daylight in the evening.
You're having this. Do you have the same amount of daylight?
Yeah, I think you would.
I don't think you do. I thought the winter. Well, yeah, just changing the clock. It wouldn't. Yeah, it wouldn't give you more daylight just by changing the clock.
It
It
just
changes
delays the daylight.
Yeah.
Yeah, just changes when it happens, right?
We sound like a bunch of experts.
Wait, do we get more hours?
Does it alter the orbit of the sun? Is what
When we
I'm
change
asking.
the clocks, yeah, it has to. That's what goes on. It's like they should call it setting the sun back. Is what they should
Yeah,
call
we send them a letter every year.
Yeah, we didn't sound really smart there. For
Will there be more light?
Yes.
and will we see our shadows? And that means more daylight.
That's kind of what it felt like for a minute there. It's like, oh, this is kind of confusing. I don't know.
Spring forward, see your shadow, get back in your hole.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Everything you need to know about last night's Oscars coming up in Now Trending.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
It's a new year, which means new you. No, not if you've got nagging pain. That means we want old you before you had that pain. And it's possible without surgery, without medication, without downtime, thanks to Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic. I am a Neogenics client. I am a Neogenics lover because they fixed my left wrist. And you can get a free consultation right now. Call 704-727-6551 or online at acetj.com/neogenics, Neogenics.
Bradham Brothers offers heating, air, and electrical installation and service that you can trust. Their family business has served thousands of customers with honesty and a smile for over 50 years. Go to bradhambrothers.com to schedule service or a free estimate today.
If it's trending, it's here now. This is Now Trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
Plus you, Rob. Allergy season. Get that Zyrtec. Get the Claritin. Last night was the Oscars, in case you missed it. 1 hour longer than it normally is, hosted by Jimmy Kimmel. And Oppenheimer won Best Movie. Cillian Murphy won Best Actor. Emma Stone won Best Actress. And there were some highlights. As Ace mentioned, Ryan Gosling got up there and did that song from Barbie. I thought it was weird. But I didn't watch Barbie, so it didn't mean anything to me. I do love this story that's out. There's this movie called Anatomy of a Fall that won for, I think, Best Screenplay. There's a dog in that movie, and apparently somebody brought the dog from the movie to like an Oscars pre-party, and there were other movies, like people that worked on other movies that were livid because they said the dog got so much attention at the Oscar pre-party that it might affect the way people vote when it came time to vote on the movie. So people were getting really upset that this dog showed up at a formal event.
And it makes sense because, you know, I'm the one that always says that people who can't go anywhere without their dog, it's a way for them to grab attention from other people.
I think that was exactly what they were saying.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you know, I'm going to take my dog. The story I had on the political show was a guy taking his dog to a loved one's funeral.
Yeah.
And being upset because the airline wouldn't let him fly with his dog as he's going to this family funeral. Well, he was going to that funeral to take attention away from the dearly departed. Yeah. So everybody would go, look how cute the dog is.
Yeah.
So that's what this is about, too. And people are starting to stand up against it.
It looks that way. Who would have thought Hollywood would have been the first people to do it? But they filed formal complaints that the dog was there, and it might affect, because Ryan Gosling was over there, like, petting the dog, and they were like, well, if everybody sees him petting the dog, that's going to affect the way people vote. Kind of a crazy story, but it was real. So the Oscars happened last night. I absolutely adore the drama that is surrounding this picture of Kate Middleton. So the Palace puts out this picture of Kate Middleton and her kids that the Palace says Prince William took. So that it's Mother's Day in the UK over the weekend. So they post this picture. Now, obviously, you've seen the drama. Everybody's wondering where Kate Middleton is. She hasn't been spotted, even though it was announced that she was having abdominal surgery. So yesterday, late in the day, the Associated Press, Getty Images, and one other group all sent out emails to their employees saying, do not use this photo. We have reason to believe it's a fake. Which I don't even know. I've seen what people are saying, like it could be AI generated and stuff like that, but it looks real to me. I don't have a keen eye for this kind of stuff, but all these press agencies are saying, do not use this photo. We have reason to believe it's not real. So just adding fuel to the fire.
But that's all they've said, right? Reason to believe. They don't say what the reason is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they said altered or digitally altered or something like that.
Yeah, we have reason to believe, and the reason is because it's not her.
Yeah.
That's the reason.
Everybody's at fault here, and I mean, it's too long to get into, but they didn't have to put out a picture. You told everybody she wouldn't be back until Easter. You're trying to appease the internet, and that never works. So, but I love the drama. I had one of the all-time worst days, worst weekends of my life. Oh. And I'm going to tell you all about it next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Well, here we are, another new year, and you're, again, going to try to lose that weight you've been needing to lose for a long time. Well, here's what you need. You need Calitrin to help, because Calitrin is not a drug. No, not at all. It is natural and effective. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. When you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you will get 3 months free right now, and consistency is the key with Calitrin. So order it today at acetj.com/weight loss. It's Calitrin. Should you buy? Should you sell? How do I present my house if I do want to sell it? All of those questions can be answered by the experts, and they can take care of you with the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. The Temple team knows everything there is to know about selling, marketing, and buying houses. So get in touch with them today at acetj.com/Temple team. The Temple team at Keller Williams Realty.
Live each weekday on your radio, anytime you want, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
This is not normal for me, but I thought I would share a series of events that took place over the weekend. It really came to a head over the weekend. And without giving you too many details, I screwed up something in my personal life to the point where I really upset somebody that cares about me, and I care about them. But with my words, I hurt somebody's feelings, and they let me know and how much it affected them. And I felt terrible. And I tried to make amends over the weekend for this mishap, and it did not go well. I basically made things worse. And it was bad. It was really bad. And it's going to take some reflection to figure out how to move past this with this person, and hopefully they will forgive me when they are ready to. That's the first part of it. So I'm dealing with that at the beginning of the weekend. Yesterday, I felt like I oversleep because daylight savings time. And I thought, you know what? I need to get out of the house. I need to go clear my head. So I take the dog to a popular area where people walk, and there's not a cloud in the sky. I mean, it was the day the Lord had made. It's beautiful. And I'm walking around, and a woman stops, and she's got her two I don't know that I can tell you this story. Let me reset here. Excuse me. This is a funny story. I promise. It gets funny. So we're walking. She's got her two little girls with her, making small talk, and you know what? I'm gonna have to finish the story next. I gotta take a second so I can tell you. It's funny, I swear. I promise you. It's funny. We'll do it next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Winter is here, which means you're just going to stay inside and not do anything fun and exciting, right? No, that is wrong, because this year you're going to go to acetj.com/Gaston and see all of the incredible things that you can do right now in Gaston County. Everything is laid out for you, from things to do, to restaurants, to bars, to shopping, to unique weekend activities, and we'll get you ready for the spring and the summer with a list of all their great festivals. Find all of this and much more at acetj.com/Gaston.
Create an unforgettable experience with the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com. Weddings, banquets, shows, expos, they do it all at the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com.
Don't just listen to the Ace and TJ Show. Watch it. Now available 24 hours a day on YouTube. Just search for Ace TJ TV. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
All right, so I'm going to finish this story. Sorry I got choked up. I'm having, I had a series of the worst days ever. And it doesn't affect anybody. It's my own fault. So I'm out walking, trying to clear my head yesterday. Beautiful day. Start talking to this woman. She's got her two little girls with her, and she's a talker. She's going on and on and on, which is fine. You meet people out walking the greenways and stuff, and people like to talk. They're out of the house, and it's up in the suburbs. Everybody's nice. So she's talking and going on, and I'm happy to sit there and listen. She's asking about the dog, the whole thing. And then another woman walks up as the first woman is saying, "Oh, I bet the dog loves it when it's cooler outside." And I say, yeah, he likes being out in all the weather that I don't want to be out in, when it's ice cold, when it's snowing. And then all of a sudden this woman who sounds like she's Dutch or something walks up and she goes, "Did you know we actually lose 17% of our lung capacity by the age of 40? I'm like, where did you come from? What? It was so weird. And I went, yeah, no, I didn't know that. It was like the weirdest series of events ever. But what did that do? That gave me the out to keep walking and then ditch this first woman with the second woman.
Yeah, now they started talking.
Because they started talking, and I'm known for doing the Irish goodbye. Where you just, the height of the party, you just disappear. That's kind of my thing. So I pull that little maneuver. She's talking. They're now talking, and I grab the dog. I'm like, let's get out of here. So I'm walking away, and the first the first woman goes, "All right, see you, Riggins." And I went, oh no,
she knows you.
She knew me. Oh, I just walked away. It didn't.
So you hadn't told her your?
I didn't tell her my name.
Oh,
and I went, I wish you could have seen sort of the way my body just kind of crumpled in a way that is not human.
But if she knows you from the show, then she knows that it's like you to walk.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was just...
You're shy like that. I'm going to walk away from a group.
It was just the worst time ever.
So you're like, it's another way I'm being rude.
I cannot get it together this weekend. So it's going to take a little bit of reflection and some prayerful consideration because I don't know what I'm doing anymore. So, I told you it would end funny. I'm very upset by other things, but
did you say anything to her?
No, what are you going to say? I've already ditched her. I'm 20 feet away. I bailed on her. I mean, in the most flagrant way you could.
So what are you going to do when you see her now? Go the other way?
Maybe. Emily, did you hear the show?
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Well, here we are, another new year, and you're, again, going to try to lose that weight you've been needing to lose for a long time. Well, here's what you need. You need Calitrin to help, because Calitrin is not a drug. No, not at all. It is natural and effective. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. When you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you will get 3 months free right now, and consistency is the key with Calitrin. So order it today at acetj.com/weight loss. It's Calitrin.
As a proven leader in managed IT services, CompuCom delivers innovative solutions designed for how you work today. They'll help you deliver results no matter where you are on your digital transformation journey. It's all at CompuCom. Go to CompuCom.com to find out more.
Available when you want it, how you want it. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
The Ace and TJ Show is made possible thanks to our friend Richard Toccato. Great guy. If you're needing a home equity line, you can apply for one, close the same day. All it takes is one short phone call with Richard. Or you can visit homewithrichard.com.
And he likes to be called Richard. He likes to pronounce Richard.
You got to roll the R.
Yeah, as long as you can roll it. Richard.
Rob, can you roll your R's? Oh, you can? I was like 100% positive you wouldn't be able to. Ace, can you roll an R? Oh, you can too. Everybody can. So I saw this. So I had like the worst weekend ever. And it's just some stupid personal stuff. I really screwed up with somebody that I care about a lot. And so it was bad. And then yesterday I screwed up again. I was rude to somebody unintentionally that I met out in public, and they were a listener of the show. And that just like compounded everything. I felt really terrible. So I was like, you know what? You know what's going to turn this day around that I haven't done in a long time? I'm going to Taco Bell. I don't care. I'm getting in the car. I'm going to Taco Bell. I didn't go to Taco Bell. But I looked up videos of people eating Taco Bell on the internet to sort of fill the hole that was left by not going to Taco Bell. And in watching mukbang videos of people eating Taco Bell, which just made me hungry, somebody wrote this comment, and I was like shook. I just tried a cheesy gordita crunch for the first time ever, and it's ruined pretty much everything else for me at Taco Bell. And then the comment underneath it says, the CGC is pretty much universally accepted as the GOAT, and I'm glad you tried it now. So there's a lot of millennial/Gen Z language going on. The CGC, is that what we're calling it?
It's the GOAT.
It's the GOAT. It's universally accepted as the GOAT. So I would kind of agree with that. But imagine living your entire life and never having a cheesy gordita crunch. Is that really a life?
I don't think so. But it means I'm going to have to find another favorite item.
Because they've named it that?
Well, no, since everybody loves it now, I don't want people thinking that I'm a Johnny come lately or anything.
Yeah. But that's so good. I mean, what else do you...
Yeah, what are you going to get to take that place?
I don't know.
But can't you enjoy it in secrecy? Like you just go and don't tell nobody you got it?
No.
Okay.
No.
That's the thing I never get, though, because TJ does this all the time with stuff, is that when it becomes popular, he no longer wants to have it, even though he loves it.
Even though I started it.
Yeah, that's like why, even though you know yourself, I've been doing this longer, you still don't want anybody to see you ordering the cheesy gordita crunch.
Yeah, I don't even want the people at Taco Bell thinking I'm a follower.
I respect that. It's not about anybody, but he knows his value and he knows what he stands for. and it's not being a follower of any kind of movement.
But now he's depriving himself of something that he really enjoys.
Yeah. I think it's worth it. I think it's like a sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
You're basically a martyr.
Yeah.
Joan of Arc. TJ of Winfield.
Yeah. You get me, Riggins.
I get it.
I love that.
Yeah. So the CGC, it's totally the GOAT. That's what it is.
Now trending. Coming up next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Back again with our friend Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies. Now, Richard, tell us about this cash out equity thing, instant cash, add water, and there it is.
That's how it is. Instant equity. I mean, you do the application today, you could close today and get your money in 5 days. There's no underwriting, there's no appraisal. You know, I think didn't you do something like that?
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly what I did. Instant equity. It's very easy, and Richard walks you through the process. Find out more at homewithrichard.com. It's a new year, which means new you. No, not if you've got nagging pain. That means we want old you before you had that pain. And it's possible without surgery, without medication, without downtime. Thanks to Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic. I am a Neogenics client. I am a Neogenics lover because they fixed my left wrist. And you can get a free consultation right now. Call 704-727-6551 or online at acetj.com/neogenics. Neogenics.
If it's trending, it's here now. This is Now Trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
Today's National Napping Day. Everybody's trying to catch up on sleep after daylight savings time ended. Who does it matter? It's daylight savings time. So we sprang forward, and today's National Napping Day, so you can catch up on some much needed, well-deserved rest.
For losing that 1 hour of sleep Saturday night.
It's jarring when you wake up and you look at the clock, you go, what happened? And then resetting the microwave. And I'm one of those people, I have a clock on my microwave and the oven.
Yeah.
And I'll be damned if I don't stand there with my phone open and fingers on the two buttons that start the clocks once you reset them. I will sit there and watch the phone. I want to get it so spot on because they're right next to each other.
Because when one of them is says 307 and the other says 308,
it's annoying.
It's very annoying.
And then I quickly, because I've only got two hands, unlike a lot of people, I go and then I run and do the coffee pot next. I go and then hit the hour button. It's kind of a stressful situation. These are the things I'm dealing with. Last night was the Oscars, hosted by Jimmy Timbles. And I think this is his fourth year or something hosting, but it's a long show now. It just goes on and on and on. And it didn't seem like they wrapped up anybody's acceptance speeches early.
They nominate 10, there were 10 movies nominated for Best Picture.
Yeah.
How is that possible?
There was 10 great pictures.
You get 3 nominees. That's it.
Yeah.
Just keep it moving.
Did you guys watch any of the movies that were nominated for Best Picture? It was like Oppenheimer. I mean, that was the only one I saw.
Yeah, I've not seen Oppenheimer yet. I wanted to see it. I want to see it, but I just haven't been in that mood yet.
American Fiction was good.
You saw that?
Yeah.
Everything's long. It's like it's a long show awarding long movies that are followed by long acceptance speeches.
I'm trying to think the last movie that I saw in the theater, but it wasn't any Oscar-nominated movies.
No, that's right.
I'll tell you
that. Yeah, what was it?
Fast and Furious 10?
No.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of those. Everybody says I would like them, but
you watched that Jim Caviezel movie about child trafficking, didn't you?
Yeah.
Didn't you go see that?
Yeah, that was a good one.
Didn't nominate that one.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that conversation happening whenever the Oscars comes up. It's like the Hollywood elites, the Illuminati.
Oh, it was all over Twitter this morning. It was crazy.
Did you watch the hand symbol Jimmy Kimmel did? It's like, no, I don't think the Illuminati's looking for Jimmy Kimmel. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like that would be lowering the bar. It would really not a good look for the Illuminati. But that's what's now trending.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Well, here we are, another new year, and you're, again, going to try to lose that weight you've been needing to lose for a long time. Well, here's what you need. You need Calitrin to help, because Calitrin is not a drug. No, not at all. It is natural and effective. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. When you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you will get 3 months free right now, and consistency is the key with Calitrin. So order it today at acetj.com/weight loss. It's Calitrin. Back again with our friend Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies. Now, Richard, tell us about this cash out equity thing, instant cash, add water, and there it is.
That's how it is. Instant equity. I mean, you do the application today, you could close today and get your money in 5 days. There's no underwriting, there's no appraisal. I think didn't you do something like that?
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly what I did. Instant equity. It's very easy, and Richard walks you through the process. Find out more at homewithrichard.com.
Live each weekday on your radio, anytime you want, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Okay, people absolutely love, well, most people absolutely love the free samples little cart thing at stores, at grocery stores and things like that. Riggins and I would never, we've talked about that many times, would never go and get a free sample off of that. It's not our personalities. But a woman who works for the company, one of the companies that's contracted to Costco to do the free samples, went on the TikToks, and she was telling people about, one of those where you don't do this at the free sample table and don't do that and whatever. And there were a lot of things that you just figure would be common sense, like don't block the aisle. People are trying to get through while you're standing there talking to the sample person. Don't touch anything, because you contaminate it and you make them have to do extra, sanitation things to get the stuff clean and all of that. But one of the things that stuck out was she said, don't break in line or cause, any type of conflict with anybody in line. Can you imagine what kind of person you have to be to, you're standing there waiting on a free sample of something that's a nibble of whatever the product is, and you're standing there and you're waiting for the next batch to get done out of the electric skillet or whatever they're doing. And then you just get so, pent up that you're just like, I am not waiting. And then you start breaking in line in front of people and causing fights just because you're all standing there waiting on a free morsel to come off of this table.
It's a piece of food about the size of your fingernail.
Yeah.
You're cutting in line to get that?
Well, first of all, how long are you going to wait in line for that?
Oh, I'm not waiting. I wouldn't wait at all.
I don't do the free sample things, but I wouldn't wait behind my wife if I were into the free samples. It would just have to be, I'm going to walk up and they're going to give me whatever it is. Yeah. And they said some people get in line and they wait for it not even knowing what it is. And once they get it, they say, what is this? And the people tell them, and then they just throw it in the trash and walk away. I'm not interested in that. Terrible. So you stood in line for 5 minutes. You didn't even know what it was. That is the definition of a drone right there.
Yeah.
A zombie. Here's a line. It's free. Let me wait. Oh, wait, that's not something I like. I wasted my time. Throw it in the trash. Move on. That's just stupid. Absolutely stupid. All right, you want to know what goes on a nude cruise? We'll tell you next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Well, here we are, another new year, and you're, again, going to try to lose that weight you've been needing to lose for a long time. Well, here's what you need. You need Calitrin to help, because Calitrin is not a drug. No, not at all. It is natural and effective. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. When you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you will get 3 months free right now, and consistency is the key with Calitrin. So order it today at acetj.com/weight loss. It's Calitrin.
Don't just listen to the Ace and TJ Show. Watch it. Now available 24 hours a day on YouTube. Just search for Ace TJ TV. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
I didn't even know they had these now. Completely nude cruises. Maybe I did know this, but I saw an article this morning about it that was pretty interesting because it got to the information that people want to know. Let's say cruises were cool again. Ace, would you'd be the only one, I think, of the show people or anybody that works for our company that would even consider doing an all nude cruise?
Yeah, but I don't like
Would
cruises.
you do it if cruises were cool?
No, I have no
you wouldn't do it
all nude.
You love being naked though.
Not in
you
public.
You just love it.
Not in public places.
You just love it. So there's a 67-year-old guy who just got back from a week-long nude cruise, and he jumped on the Reddit and said, "Ask me anything." So the important thing that people always want to know about these sorts of things, he said, 20% of the people were attractive, 20% were average, and 60% were ugly. And he maybe even might even be fudging a little bit to even say that 20% were average. Because I mean, he's 67.
But according to him,
what's he looking at?
At best, 20% were attractive.
Yeah, at best. But he said at night at dinner, a lot of people put on clothes, like sexy clothes that you could see through and all that, because you have to wear nicer clothes to the dining room and all. Or hey, how would you go to the dining room and eat in a dress code when the dress code is nothing? You're not wearing anything. And I wonder if a naked cruise smells differently than a cruise that people wear clothes. Do you think there's more sweat being left behind onto surfaces and things? Because it's hot on a cruise.
Would it smell more like tanning oil or lotion, like because you got to be covered, sprayed down more often since you're not wearing clothes?
Well, they said they walk around with a towel, so they can put a towel down every time they need to sit somewhere. But still, I mean, you have sweat dripping off of you, right?
Yeah, you
not
want
being
somebody
absorbed by clothing.
Cleaning the chairs in between. I mean, now you're putting your bare butt on some 67-year-old, place where he just was.
Yeah, but then again, if they're all naked, it wouldn't matter. I guess you're just always sitting in puddles of sweat everywhere you go.
Oh,
sounds great. Fun vacation. All right, be careful with that bacon you're eating this morning. We'll tell you why coming up next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Back again with our friend Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies. Now, Richard, tell us about this cash out equity thing, instant cash, add water, and there it is.
It is. That's how it is. Instant equity. I mean, you do the application today. You could close today and get your money in 5 days. There's no underwriting. There's no appraisal. I think didn't you do something like that?
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly what I did. Instant equity. It's very easy, and Richard walks you through the process. Find out more at homewithrichard.com.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
All right, make sure you don't miss TJ's podcast today. It's going to be stellar. So we got 2 new podcasts going on, 2 new shows. The Ace and Friends in the afternoons, 3:00 goes up on our app and such, and then TJ's podcast, which goes up at 10. This is how much stuff is going to be on there today. I was saving this story for the podcast later, but we've got so many things going on in the podcast. We can throw it out here. This is kind of gross, so warning. There's a guy in Florida that was complaining of excessive migraines. He went and got checked out and everything, and wasn't migraines. It was a, quote, infestation of tapeworms in his brain.
Ooh.
Now,
in his brain.
Yeah, they said that was probably caused by undercooked bacon. He has always loved soft bacon, they call it. Now, I do too. I hate old crispy bacon. I don't want that.
No, I love
unless I'm eating it on a salad and I'm wanting bacon bits. I don't want crispy bacon. I want it not floppy, but still kind of chewy.
I want that bacon hard and crunchy.
Yeah, most people do. My family does, and it's just to me, it's like throwing a filet mignon in a skillet and burning it. It's just can't take it. But they say that's not that alone eating the undercooked bacon is not what they think has caused this. The undercooked bacon was also expired. It had ruined.
Oh, okay.
So all of you people who love undercooked, ruined, rotten bacon, be careful.
Be careful today.
Because you could get tapeworms in your brain from eating it. I mean, I know you've probably been doing it for years and nothing has happened. How do you have expired bacon in your house?
That's crazy.
It lasts forever. The expiration date on bacon is so far down the road that if you like bacon at all, how in the world do you have it expire in your house?
I don't know much about cooking, but I honestly didn't know it would expire like that.
It does expire, but it's so cured. Maybe it was uncured bacon. But he doesn't seem like the type that'd be worried about the curing part of it. So Eat your bacon. That's the moral of the story. Eat all your bacon before it expires, and then you don't have to worry about it.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
It's a new year, which means new you. No, not if you've got nagging pain. That means we want old you before you had that pain. And it's possible without surgery, without medication, without downtime, thanks to Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic. I am a Neogenics client. I am a Neogenics lover because they fixed my left wrist. And you can get a free consultation right now. Call 704-727-6551 or online at acetj.com/neogenics, Neogenics.